Jen, if you hit that delete key any harder, you're gonna punch a hole through the desk. That's the 10th time you've restarted that paragraph. What is it now? Not inspiring enough?
It's not about inspiration, Ben. It's about efficiency. I'm trying to craft the perfect opening for this proposal. If the first sentence isn't flawless, the whole thing falls apart. It has to be efficient, punchy, and professional.
Efficient? You've spent 40 minutes on 40 words. That's 1 word per minute. My grandma can type faster than that on a typewriter with mittens on. You're not being efficient. You're being a perfectionist junkie. You're addicted to the idea of the perfect start, and it's actually paralyzing you.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. I can't go to the gym until I have the perfect workout split, the perfect supplements, and the perfect playlist. I remember last month you didn't lift a single weight for 2 weeks because your biorhythm felt slightly off. You were waiting for the efficient moment to train, and guess what? That moment never came.
Hey, that was different. I was optimizing. But seriously, Jen, we're both guilty of the same crime. We've been fed this lie that unless we can do something with 100% efficiency and 0 mistakes, it's not worth doing. It's the all or nothing trap. We're so afraid of a B- performance that we never even get to the A+.
It's true. It's like we're trying to be robots. I see it all the time with people trying to learn a language or start a business. They spend months, literal months, researching the most efficient way to learn English or the best app for productivity. They have spreadsheets, they have color-coded notes, but they haven't spoken a single sentence to a real human being.
Exactly. They're preparing to begin. It's a sophisticated way of being lazy, because actually doing the work, making the mistakes, sounding like an idiot, failing, that's messy. And our efficiency-obsessed brains hate mess. We want the clean, straight line to success, but success is a jagged, ugly scribble.
You remind me of a story I heard about a guy who wanted to drive across the country. He spent a year tuning his car, checking the tire pressure every morning, and calculating the exact fuel consumption to the milliliter. He wanted the most efficient trip in history.
Let me guess, he never left his driveway?
Worse. He finally left, and 5 miles down the road, he got a flat tire. Because he spent all his time on theory and 0 time on reality, he didn't even know where the jack was. He had the perfect car, but 0 experience. That's us, Ben. We're so obsessed with the system that we forget the action.
I had a similar reality check last year. I wanted to start a YouTube channel, right? I told myself I wouldn't post a single video until I had a 4K camera, a studio-grade mic, and a professional editor. I spent 3 months researching efficiency. Meanwhile, a kid down the street started posting videos from his cracked iPhone 11.
And let me guess, he's at 50K subscribers now?
Sighing, 100K. His lighting was terrible, his audio peaked, and he stumbled over his words. But he was doing. While I was being efficiently static, he was being messily productive. The efficiency myth tells you that done is better than perfect, but we don't believe it. We think perfect is the only option, so we stay at 0.
It's a toxic loop. We look at native speakers or industry leaders and we see the finished product. We don't see the 5,000 glitchy versions they made before they got there. We think they started at 90% efficiency. But the truth is, everyone starts at 10%. The goal isn't to be efficient on day 1. The goal is to be consistent.
Right. Consistency is the real efficiency. If you do something okay every day for a year, you'll be 100 times better than the person who tried to do it perfectly once and quit because it was too hard. We have to embrace the ugly phase. But our egos can't handle being average.
That's the real kicker. Perfectionism is just vanity in a suit. We're so afraid of people seeing a struggle that we call it planning for efficiency. It's not planning, it's hiding.
So, how do we stop? How do we kill the robot inside of us that's demanding 100% output? Because I'm tired, Jen. I'm tired of feeling like a failure because I didn't have the perfect morning routine or because I made a mistake in a presentation.
We have to adopt the rough draft lifestyle. Everything you do, your first gym session, your first English conversation, your first business plan, it's a rough draft. It's supposed to be bad. If it's not bad, you aren't trying anything new. We need to lower the bar so low that it's impossible not to cross it.
Lower the bar? That sounds like the opposite of every motivational video I've ever seen. They usually tell you to reach for the stars.
Yeah, and most people end up falling in the mud and staying there. If you reach for the stars, but you can't even get off the couch because you are afraid of not being efficient, you're stuck. I'd rather reach for the curb and actually step on it. Small, ugly wins lead to massive, efficient results over time. It's a paradox.
I like that. Small, ugly wins. It's about quantity over quality in the beginning. If you speak 1,000 broken English sentences, the 1,001st sentence will be fluent. But if you wait until you can speak a perfect sentence, you'll never get to sentence number 1.
Exactly. To all our listeners, stop trying to be efficient. Be messy. Be frequent. Be average. Just don't be still. The most efficient path to success is through a mountain of mistakes. If you aren't failing at least once a day, you aren't moving fast enough.
You know what? This proposal you're working on, just finish it right now. No more delete key. Send the ugly version.
You're right. It's 80% there. The other 20% is just my ego trying to look smart. Done.
Boom! That's the most efficient thing you've done all day. Now, let's go get some coffee, and I promise I won't spend 20 minutes optimizing which cafe has the best bean-to-water ratio.
I'll believe it when I see it, Ben. See you guys in the next episode, and remember, stop being a robot and start being a human.
Catch you later. Stay messy.